You talk about rapport building a lot. What do you think are the ways to build better rapport with people, and what is rapport building in general?
So I believe rapport building is just you building a strong enough connection so that the other person feels that, okay, I know this person, this is a trustworthy person, and I would like to stay connected to that person. Correct? And the way I would explain it is there are 4 key emotions that you need to convey in order to create an absolutely amazing first impression and build good rapport. The first one, what do you think it is?
Being present, first of all, yeah. To be active and attentive of what the other person is speaking, and being a good listener more than a speaker.
So the first emotion that you want to make the other person feel is
Being curious.
comfort.
Okay, yeah.
Correct? Even if I am curious,
That's the first
but you
thing,
are
yeah.
not comfortable around me. You are not going to answer my questions. You'll be like, who is this nosy guy? Right? कौन है जो इतना फालतू का interest दे रहा है मुझे? I don't even know him. Right? Let's say for example,
चीज़ ही हो रहा है फालतू का.
हाँ, you get to a point, let's say, where you have 1 million followers. You'll have a lot of people coming to you. And they'll be very nosy at times. Do you feel you'd want to connect with them? No. Correct?
Because I know the intention behind what they're doing, yeah.
Right? But let's say, for example, someone comes up to you and they don't know who you are at all, and they're just striking a conversation, and you feel that they don't know you, and he's just a good person, and you feel comfortable around them. Are you more likely to open up?
Because I'm comfortable, yeah.
Yeah. Correct? So that is the first emotion. Comfort. Comfort is what is going to help you open up. Let me ask you, is comfort enough to build rapport?
The first step, probably. And then maybe being curious about the other person because you're asking questions from them.
The second emotion you want to make them feel is trust. Right? If you don't make them feel that you are someone that's trustworthy, sure, they'll be comfortable around you, but they'll not share their secrets. Right? And it's really important for you to be able to gain their trust in order to create that depth, create that emotional connection. If I don't feel that you are someone that I can trust, I will not share my, let's say, secrets with you.
That's true.
Right? And because I am hiding something, I will not be able to create a deep connection. Right? So that is the second emotion. Now, that being said, how do you think we can create and build trust?
If I am trying to build trust with you, so you trust me, I'll share my secrets first. It could be small.
Correct.
So I'll be I'll put out my vulnerability. So you have a chance to open up in front of me. That is something that I would do. Or we'll share a hate. We both hate something. Oh, you hate that. Oh, I really hate that, man. About that thing is really fucked up.
Absolutely.
So that is something that I will.
Absolutely correct. So both of the things that you said, either let's say sharing a secret, but just make sure that it's your secret and your secret alone. If you share someone else's secret, you're doing the opposite of building trust. You're letting the other person know, if that's an intelligent person, that you share someone else's secrets. Right? So don't share someone else's.
It's a pattern, yeah. So if I tell him my secret, he'll share it with somebody else.
Correct. Right? So share your secret, sure. And find common ground. That is something that's really good as well. And one thing, so 2 C's of trust. First is care. Care about similar things. For example, you even hating about something. You are in a way caring about something common. That is hating about this specific thing. So if you have any sort of thing that you care about in common, or even if you care about the other person, you're building trust. Or you care about something that they care about, you're building trust. Correct? Number 1. Number 2 is character. Are you a person of good character? Right now,
but how do you judge a person whom you're meeting for the first time? You cannot judge a person by his character. Either you, because of the social media.
On a surface level, you can, based on their body language and the way they speak.
Okay.
Correct. So, for example, let's say if you are a person that hides
fishy
things, you will not have an open body language. You'll be correct. You'll protect yourself. You'll guard yourself. Right. The more closed you are, I'll be like, okay, he's hiding something. He's guarding something from me. Right? So observe these cues in terms of body language. And then observe their content. Are they too mindful about the way they speak? Correct? Are they too careful with their words? For example, you mentioned to me in the beginning, right? You mentioned to me that you're okay and you're transparent about cursing. Which is a sign of a person that is a little more transparent and speaks their mind. Right? So in that sense, if you say something, I'll be like, ठीक है, अपने हिसाब से जो बोल रहा है वो सच्ची बोल रहा है. In most cases. Correct? But is it always the case? No. right? There are obviously nuances to it. There are obviously more intricacies to it. But on a surface level, you can kind of figure this out. Apart from that, let's say, for example, how I think you're a good person, I trust you more, you help me out. Right? I had
Asking
work.
and taking favors, basically.
Yeah. Right? I had some work. I had this entire trip empty. You helped me out with another favor. Correct? So in that manner, I'm going to trust you more.
So should I help first? If I'm trying to build rapport with you, should I help first or should I seek help from you?
You can help first, but it should not appear as if you are helping with the intention of getting help. If you do that, then it's obvious that dude, you want something from me. Correct? So if it's not obvious, and the simplest way to do it is to play a long-term game. When you start thinking long-term, right? कि ठीक है अभी help कर रहा हूँ, long term में आएगा. You know, and you just give it to the universe.
Take. Give, and then.
Give. But don't have it in your heart, because it's identifiable. People know, right? So give away without having the intention of just asking. Correct? So by the way, we talked about comfort, trust. Now let's move on to the third emotion. What do you think the third emotion is?
I don't know, man. Go ahead.
Just try.
Okay. So competence. You said confidence. What else?
Okay. So
the first one was?
First was comfort.
Okay.
Second was trust. So right now you're just a nice guy. And that is why I kind of led it back as well, so that you can kind of repeat it.
Okay. The first is comfort. The second is trust. And then maybe you can go with competence could be this third thing.
Competence is something you have. What does competence make the other person feel about you?
Warm.
Respect.
Respect, yes.
So that is the third emotion. Right? So you made them feel comfortable. You gain their trust. Now you need to command respect. And the way you command respect is by showcasing that you are a competent person. You cannot command respect while being incompetent. Imagine someone that's super weak telling you, bhai main teri maar dunga. Like I'll beat you up. Would you take him seriously? Would you respect him? No, because you can see, it's visible, he's incompetent. Correct? But on the same hand, he's a big dude. Right? You know he can beat you up. But he's very warm, he's very sweet, he's very gentle. That seems charismatic. Right? He's not threatening, he's not using his power in a negative manner.
There has to be a contrast between two things. So, competence is very masculine and there's warmth, which is very feminine. And in a way. And then this contrast draws people towards you. Is that a way to express it?
Absolutely. That is bang on. This is something that, so this is a new take on it, but absolutely agree with you. Right? So definitely that plays a big role. And what do you think is the next emotion?
Okay.
We've gone very deep. We've established comfort. We've built trust. We've gained respect.
Trust, respect. Give me some options, man.
In the beginning, you asked be. You said that I need to be
gentle.
Present.
Yeah. Attention.
Right?
Be attentive.
Now is the time you take interest in them after you have conveyed all of this.
So curious, basically.
Yeah, curious. And curious in a very good way. For example, there are 4 levels of listening. The first one is ignoring. Second one is pretending. Third one is active listening. So when I'm active listening, I can recall...
What's the fourth one?
Yeah, the fourth one is empathetic listening.
Okay.
Wherein you don't just focus on the words that the other person is saying. A lot of the arguments are like he said, she said. That's active listening. But if you forget about the he said, she said, and you focus on the intentions, a lot of the arguments diminish drastically once you understand that this person always has good intentions for me. Right? So when you are conversing at the 4th level, you are listening at the 4th level, empathetically, you're not focusing on just the words, but the intentions behind the words. That is when you are actually taking in interest and you are with that person because you want to know where this person is coming from. Right? So these are the 4 emotions that you need to make them feel. If you make them feel comfortable, good. The conversation is going to move forward. If you make them feel trust, right? They feel like they can trust you. The conversation is going to go deep. If you are able to command respect, then they're going to take you more seriously. And if you can command interest, then they'll feel that, okay, this is someone that understands me as well.